The Iranian regime, led by the Ayatollah, wants above all to preserve the regime and its revolution, unlike the Green Revolution of 2009. So it stretches incredulity to believe they signed on to a deal that would in any way weaken the regime or threaten the goals of the revolution. Now, I understand this deal represents a trade-off, a hope that things may be better in Iran in 10 to 15 years. Maybe Iran will desist from its nuclear ambitions. Maybe they'll stop exporting and supporting terrorism. Maybe they'll stop holding innocent Americans hostages. Maybe they'll stop burning American flags, and maybe their leadership will stop chanting "Death to America" in the streets of Tehran. Or maybe they won't. I know that in many respects it would be far easier to support this deal, as it would have been to vote for the war in Iraq at the time. But I didn't choose the easier path then, and I am not going to now. I know that the editorial pages that support the agreement would be far kinder if I voted yes. But they largely also supported the agreement that brought us a nuclear North Korea. At moments like this, I'm reminded of the passage in John F. Kennedy's book, Profiling Courage, where he wrote, quote, "The true democracy, living and growing and inspiring, puts its faith in the people. Faith that the people will not simply elect men who will represent their views ably and faithfully, but will also elect men," and I would parenthetically update it to add women, "who will exercise their conscientious judgment. Faith that the people will not condemn those whose devotion to principle leads them to unpopular courses, but will reward courage, respect honor, and ultimately recognize right." And he goes on to say, in whatever arena of life one meets the challenges of courage, whatever may be the sacrifices he faces, if he follows his conscience, the loss of his friends, his fortune, his contentment, even the esteem of his fellow man, each man must decide for himself the course he will follow. The stories of past courage can define that ingredient. They can teach, they can offer hope, they can provide inspiration, but they cannot supply courage itself. For this, each man must look into his own soul. I have looked into my own soul, and my devotion to principle may once again lead me to an unpopular course. But if Iran is to acquire a nuclear bomb, it will not have my name on it. It is for these reasons that I will vote to disapprove the agreement, and if called upon, would vote to override the agreement. Thank you, and may God bless the United States of America.